Big Cloudastructure press release today.
Oh.
CSAI is their stock symbol, of course. James McCormick and Greg Smitherman and LOB sometimes joins us. But they're doing a podcast out of our studio once a month for their, which I think is brilliant, and we're donating that to them because I think it's a brilliant model for a public company to communicate with their shareholders and really. And what they're doing. And these folks are all about stopping crime before it happens with real-time AI surveillance. But there's a press release out. I'm just going to read the headline before we bring James up. And I think we have James and Greg today.
We do.
I think James is going to start off with this. But Cloudastructure deploys solar-powered AI security enclosures across multiple states, expanding critical infrastructure. James, you're going to talk about that. This is a very big thing. This is a game changer. It's a big deal. It adds another 17 funnels to you guys in terms of revenue sources. Talk about it from top to bottom in terms of how this affects you and what these enclosures are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I start by saying when we were in the studio, there was only 3 musicians.
Yeah,
now
I know.
there's 4, right?
We hired another one for your podcast.
And I'm sorry, the first of the podcasts is actually live on our website and iTunes, a few other things as well. So anyway, press release, yes. So we just announced an expansion of what we like to call our enclosure product line. What's an enclosure? It's basically our fixed system that we would put in a multifamily property application, but encapsulated in a box, in an enclosure. It's got our cloud video recorder in it. It's got, it comes with or can be spec'd with up to 2 cameras, speakers, strobe lights, the whole 9 yards. We announced a little while back a powered enclosure for applications where power is available. And today we just announced a solar application that we're actually shipping to one customer at 4 different sites. Where they're just starting the construction process, so there is no power. And because of the solar.
When you say enclosure, can you describe to our audience exactly what that means and how that operates?
Sure. Basically, it's, what would I say? It's 2.5 feet, 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and it includes all the componentry to allow us, just like we do with our fixed installations, to provide 24/7 video surveillance, right? It's the exact same application. It's just, excuse me.
Dare I say portable? Dare I say scalable?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Scalable, portable and scalable. They're meant specifically for, think construction sites, and what's sort of the footprint of construction sites. They, right? They need to be protected for a period of time.
Sure.
Right.
And then they don't. So with these units, what we can do is we can put multiples around the construction site, tie them all together, secure the property area, and then when they no longer need them, we can take them down and refurbish them and reuse them for the next set of applications.
James, is it safe to say sporting events? Is it safe to say
I was thinking the exact same thing. Festivals, concerts.
Festivals and concerts and such.
Yeah. So I think that those type of applications would be served better with a mobile trailer, right?
Okay.
Which we also offer, but it's the same philosophy, right? The mobile trailer is just a different version of the enclosure, for lack of a better phrase, right? With the mobile trailer, the head unit that's on top of the telescoping mast, in essence, has the same functionality as the enclosure product that we're selling now as well.
James, does the enclosure protect the camera and everything from weather, from rain, from all the elements?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's been tested. So a couple things, right? So you have a weatherproof case, for lack of a better phrase. It's been weather tested to, extreme temperatures, both high and low. Like Las Vegas is a huge market for us from a construction standpoint. And as we know, it is anything in the summertime there, but not screaming hot, right?
Yeah.
So, right. So, yeah, it's impervious to the elements and makes it applicable for virtually any application, right? That a customer could think of, where they have a, let's just call it, right, a transient sort of application where they need protection for a period of time, and that's what these devices provide protection.
James McCormick is the CEO of Cloudastructure Inc., ticker symbol CSAI, also joined by Greg Smitherman, his CFO of Cloudastructure, again, that ticker symbol CSAI.
I'm going to bring Greg on next break because we've got some stuff to go through. But I want to corner James here just for one more minute or so before, because and they do have a great partnership between the CEO and CFO, which we'll talk about here in the next segment. But this is just one of the ways, when you said in the very beginning, James, and you said this on your podcast as well, about how you're using AI to drive gross profit. And the AI functions, was this something that you guys had envisioned even 6 to 12 months ago, or is this something that's always been on the horizon, or is this something that's just, with sort of the AI becoming the game changer, is this becoming something that was just absolutely necessary and just so obvious you couldn't hold off anymore?
You're specifically talking about the enclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a relatively new development for us. There have been other applications like it from certain of our competitors out in the marketplace, but we basically started going at this market with this application, I would say, no more than 3 months ago. So think about that one, right? That's the other benefit of being a smaller, more nimble company. We can take things from ideas to prototype to execution relatively quickly. And that's what we proved out in this instance.
Well, and you always talked about your versatility, but this is a perfect example of how quickly you guys and nimble you guys can be, to use your parlance,
Absolutely.
to do that.
Absolutely.
In terms of strategic growth, does this change? And I know we're going to talk about that with Greg and stuff. Does this change the numbers dramatically in your mind? I know you guys can't talk specifically about numbers and projections, but is this right on line of what you're thinking?
I think it's just right in line with what we're thinking. Initially when we put our thoughts together for our revenue plan for 2026 and the specific verticals that we were going to go after, we've talked about it before. Construction and commercial properties have a lot of potential for us in 2026 and beyond. So I think you could think of this as just another tool for us to use to be able to penetrate that construction market and the commercial space.
When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about your S3 shelf registration, what an S3 is, what that does, what an ATM does for a company like yours, and also want to talk about really the momentum around revenue growth. And this is just a piece of this thing. His name is James McCormick.
James McCormick and Greg Smitherman from Cloudastructure Incorporated, making your life safer.